National champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sand Hills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody. We are back again. It's The Drive with AD and Raff. It is Tuesday, I believe. Tuesday.
It is.
Tuesday. Nick, we don't have AD with us today. He's got a little speech he's doing down in Omaha. Actually, I think it's probably a bigger size speech because when he has to go like the night before and do a sound check and all that stuff and shake the hands and kiss all the babies and do all that stuff.
Much bigger deal than we are.
Yeah.
Much bigger deal.
I wonder if he signs any autographs when he does those.
I do. I wonder how many times AD has signed autographs, not for being a former Husker, but for being a speaker.
Yeah.
I wonder about that. We'll have to ask him that.
I'm sure he does. And then I think, man, it's probably been a month or two ago because he has his books. Well, he's got more than one, but he's got his dad's book that I know he's been selling those, probably selling autographs and
sorry, Rico came in. It's hard not to laugh at him. Rico came in. It's just hard not to laugh.
He's just
I do want to do a welfare check on Rico.
He's just a happy Patriots fan today.
We do need to do a welfare check on Rico
to know.
because these last 48 hours have just been gut-wrenching for him. First, the Yankees get swept. Here he comes. First, the Yankees get swept. Now the Patriots lose to the Bears. And we'll go ahead and bring in Rico.
I've told you before, baseball
now repping a New York Knicks.
I've told you before, baseball season ended on Saturday.
Just
baseball season ended on Saturday. Nothing happened on Sunday. And then Monday, Jake texted me when Bailey Zappi, right before Bailey Zappi came in, and he was like, "They need to put Zappi in." And I was like, "I don't know. Like Mac just came back. Just give it some time." And then Zappi comes in and scores a touchdown immediately, and he just sends Zappi greater than Jones. And if you were following my Twitter, I'm just like, I don't know what's happening. Well, I don't know how to feel because I feel terrible for Mac Jones.
Yeah.
It's his first game back from, 3 weeks out after an injury. So he's going to be a little rusty, but Bailey Zappi went 2-0 in those two starts. So it's a very confusing and a very dangerous situation to deal with, putting the backup in because the backup quarterback is always the most popular guy.
It is.
So he gets in, he scores 2 touchdowns right away, and then gets shut out in the second half and throws 2 picks. I'm very confused. Bill Belichick said after halftime that there was no quarterback controversy, and this was the plan all along. If Mac Jones didn't do well in his first 3 drives, they're going to put Zappi in because Jones is still coming back from injury or whatever. It's a very touch and go situation. I don't know.
See the post-game press conference?
I didn't. I don't know what to do.
He is non-committal on who the starting quarterback will be next.
Of course he is. They get the Jets, who are actually good.
They're
Me and
good.
Jake shook hands yesterday, agreeing. We came to an agreement. The Jets can't be good. We can't do this. There's nothing we can do about the Bills, but the Jets cannot be good.
Really?
Yeah, that's not. No, that can't happen.
Is there a chance that the Jets finish above the Patriots?
Yes.
Yikes. I don't know. Like, I feel bad for Mac Jones because my buddies and I, we were watching the game in our basement, and I was like, guys, that has to be the worst feeling in the world is the starting quarterback gets benched. Everybody in the entire stadium cheers louder than they have the entire time for Bailey Zappi or the backup quarterback to get in. And then he orchestrates just a gorgeous first drive. Hits Stevenson on that pass out into the flat that he hit perfectly. Then he hits what was it, Devontae on that? Was that the same drive? Or
Devontae Parker was the second drive.
Okay, so then he hits one guy the touchdown.
Yeah, that was
the touchdown.
Jacoby Myers, I believe.
Thank you. Yeah, Jacoby Myers. He hits that guy.
If Jacoby doesn't turn around, he walks in. He made it way more complicated than it needed to be.
Yeah, but either way, it was a touchdown. Gets 6 points. And everybody in the stadium is like, all right, Zappi's our guy.
Next drive takes the lead with a beautiful pass to Devontae Parker, who, as Jake has told me many times, still can't get separation, but he got up and caught it. So
that has to be the worst feeling possible when not hundreds, but thousands and thousands of people are outwardly calling for you to be benched and not
rooting
play.
against you. But
that is just the worst feeling.
Zappy threw 2 picks and didn't do anything in the second half. So
Mac Jones is alive.
But all these Patriots fans, they're like remembering back to a time gone by when they're they're like, oh, Tom Brady. Zappy is Tom Brady. Drew Bledsoe.
Like, he was a 4th-round pick. He wasn't a 7th-round pick. All right, chill out, everybody.
Yeah.
Also, he threw 62 touchdowns in college.
That's wild.
in 1 year. In his 1 year with Western Kentucky.
I would be okay with Zappy being the starting quarterback if that means that the Patriots go to an air raid offense.
They didn't run it much when Zappy was in.
I know.
A lot of play action, which I'm like, you're not running it, so the play action does nothing.
But I'm okay with it if they go to an air raid offense.
Kind of like what they did with the the middle of Tom Brady's career, where they had Lawrence Maroney as a running back, who I love Lawrence Maroney, but he wasn't that good. They passed it most of the time.
Do they even got an offense coordinator yet, or how do they?
It was Matt Patricia was calling plays last night.
Nice.
How about that?
I wanted to say after the first Bailey Zappi touchdown drive, I thought, why isn't Matt Patricia calling these plays for Mac Jones? This is unfair. That's what it was.
Is Mac Jones going to get traded?
No. I think Mac Jones gets the starting job back.
Really?
Yeah, I think he does.
What do you think, Raff?
Who's their third string quarterback?
Brian Hoyer was second. So I tweeted this out as well.
Yeah.
How different is this entire situation
Yeah.
if Brian Hoyer doesn't get a concussion in that first game that Mac Jones missed?
Big time different.
Because Hoyer goes in, first drive, gets concussed, and they're like, well, Bailey Zappi time. And he comes in, goes 2-0. If he doesn't come in, Brian Hoyer is playing. Bailey Zappi seeing no time.
Yeah. You've got to think that they're got to find a way to keep Mac Jones as their, because that's the guy they drafted, and that was
first round quarterback.
Yeah, it is.
That you're gonna have to.
He'll be fine. He fits the system. It'll be fine. People just like Bailey Zappi is the shiny new toy.
Mac Jones, Carolina.
No,
maybe not Carolina.
Maybe Bailey Zappi
Bailey
Zappi gets traded.
Bailey Zappi, I see as having a career of Taylor Heineke.
Maybe Bailey Zappi gets traded.
Taylor Heineke, where it's he's great when he comes in.
Remember, I know it's completely two different situations, but Jimmy Garoppolo came in for Tom Brady and went undefeated.
That's right.
And then Jacoby Brissett came in for a game and won.
Yeah.
They had 3 quarterbacks with winning records on their roster at one point, and they traded the other 2 away.
You know what? That's right. They traded away Jimmy Garoppolo, and Jimmy Garoppolo is now bad.
And Jacoby Brissett.
Well, Jimmy Garoppolo's good. I like Jimmy, and Jacoby Brissett.
They
traded starting quarterbacks now.
They've traded away a lot of backup quarterbacks.
They traded away the wrong guy.
Who all sucked. Did they? They won a Super Bowl after they traded Jimmy away.
Oh no. I'm saying they traded away, never mind.
I don't know do you know what he's saying?
No, that's right. I just wanted to do a welfare check on you, Rico.
I'm fine. The Knicks won last night, so
on to the next season.
Are we on to the NBA now?
Yep.
Throwing the towel.
The Knicks are 2-1, baby.
They're back.
Oh my goodness.
Bing bang.
Okay. So, all right. Well, thanks, Rico.
Look great because a whole team effort. Jalen Brunson worth every penny.
Justin Fields looked good last night. Can we talk about that for a second?
You tweeted at me. I wanted to be. We were right about our Justin Fields is good take, but I wanted to be wrong in the moment.
Rico and I have this take that Justin Fields is good. He just has no pieces around him.
It's true.
I agree with that.
And the Bears have not tried to build around him yet.
He was running a lot.
He was running a lot,
which is not sustainable.
It's not. No. But he had one fumble, or it was one of the fumbles. He had an actual true fumble. The other one, he hit his knee while he got tripped up, and
one went out of the other one went out.
He just looked like he was. To me, last night I watched a little bit of him, probably 3 or 4 weeks ago. I forgot who they were playing against. And to me, he just did not look like he was in control. It looked like the game was moving way too fast for him. And then I watched him again last night, and it looked like he was more in control. That's just kind of my.
He did a really good job of going through his progression. You could
avoiding pressure.
You could tell him looking at each read and each possible situation, and he was assessing it really well.
Avoiding pressure and keeping his eyes downfield.
On the play, where he had the bat, I don't even think it was a bad snap. I think he was just looking up, and it hit him on the left, and he dropped it, and he came around and then ran 6 yards for the first.
Yeah, down. Matthew Judon should have had the sack there, but whatever.
Yeah, Matthew Judon was nice last.
Was
night.
There every single time. Red sleeves. He did get a sack though.
Oh yeah, I watched.
Maybe half. They probably gave him half. Yeah,
I think the half on that one because I think the one guy hit him in the legs, and then it hit off. yeah, I'll give him a half sack.
Yeah. No, I think Judon had 2.5 sacks last night. I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's 2.5.
It's the red sleeve.
You know,
celebration.
he had a heck of a game. But no, Justin Fields looked good. David Montgomery was running the ball. Then they would switch it off with Montgomery and Herbert, where Herbert had a little bit of burst of energy.
They should trade
extra speed.
Herbert. They should trade Herbert to the Chargers, so they can have Herbert and Herbert.
And then they were
Be a great backfield.
Then they were throwing the ball to your receiver's brother, I believe.
Yeah, Equinemius.
The Notre Dame guy.
Equinemius St. Brown, yeah.
The
Equinemius goes to Notre Dame. Amon-Ra goes to USC. So, now Equinemius is doing just fine. Darnell Mooney had a heck of a catch.
who seriously, if your last name was St. Brown and you're just like, you know what? Equinemius. That's what we're going to name our son.
I wonder if they call him something for short. AEQ.
Maybe just Q.
Q. Eck.
Not Eck.
Not Eck. No, but there was a play there on like third and 14. It was right before halftime, and Justin Fields was able to like escape pressure. I thought they were just gonna easily go in for a field goal. They're like, we're at the third, we're inside the 30. Cairo Santos has been automatic so far tonight. Let's just go into the half and we'll be up and we get the ball to start the third quarter and all that. And then he chucks one down the field, and it's a great ball to Darnell Mooney, who gets not 2 but 3 feet inbounds somehow with his body control. And it was like, all right, this thing is they're humming. Like,
yeah,
the Bears offense looked good last night.
The Patriots defense was off their rocker last night. I don't know what happened. That is not the Patriots defense I know.
That's too bad. But all right, Rico, thank you. I just wanted
destroyed his quarterback's confidence. Still lost the game. Blown up by a team that can't score.
Yeah, is Bailey So how does Bailey Zappi respond to this, do you think?
Well, so they were talking on the broadcast last night, and they said that they had talked to Bailey Zappi's coach at Western Kentucky, and when he got drafted, he told his coach, like, I'm not going there just to be a backup. I'm going there to take the job.
Ooh, that's like Tom Brady-ish.
So,
oh no.
So that's a thing
about
that could be happening. Mac Jones just chose the worst season to get injured and miss multiple games, I guess.
Brian Hoyer chose.
Brian Hoyer's going to be getting paid regardless.
Mac Jones should be pissed at Brian Hoyer.
Oh, 100%. How dare you get a concussion?
How dare this is my team. But
the nerve.
It's too bad.
We'll see what happens. First we had the Mac attack, and now we have the zappening.
The zappening.
We'll see what happens.
That was the Zappy Hour.
There's Zappy Hour. There's the zappening.
I don't like the zappening. I like the Zappy Hour much more.
You've been zapped. You know, everything.
All
of this is happening.
Okay. Whatever you say.
They look the same, though. They could be twins.
I that's what I was thinking. It's like
when they were like, "Oh yeah, Bailey Zappi." I go, "Is that Bailey Zappi?" I was like, "That looks like Mac Jones." And I was like, "Oh no, it's Bailey."
And he also looks like a very young Tom Brady with short hair.
Yeah, maybe.
All that's what I didn't realize when he was sitting on the bench singing along to Stacy's mom.
Stacy's mom.
All I heard or all I saw on the bench was I was like,
and throws a dime.
All New England quarterbacks look the same.
Yeah,
I mean, besides
Tom Brady, Tom Brady, Jimmy Garoppolo, Jacoby Brissett, Cam Newton.
No, those don't. But I'm saying starting quarterbacks.
Jacoby Brissett started the game.
Stop. You know what I'm saying.
Cam Newton started a season.
I see it. Steve Grogan, Tony Eason,
Tom Brady, Mac Jones,
Drew Bledsoe.
Zappi. That's those three. That's all I'm talking about. They look the same.
You ever have Bledsoe's wine?
I have not. I've heard him talk about it though.
I don't know what to tell you, Rico.
Steve Grogan, Tony Eason, Jim Plunkett.
All of it.
They kind of,
Sure.
So, fun fact, the first ever fumble return for a touchdown, a New England Patriot.
When?
Can't remember. I read it in a book somewhere.
There it is.
Fun fact, first ever AFL regular season game, Broncos over Patriots. Hey!
Somebody says Cam Newton is hot garbage. What is Cam up to nowadays?
He's still working out.
Yeah, unemployed.
Is he ready to go? Ready to make a return?
Yeah,
I mean, he's ready. I don't know if anybody else is ready.
Indianapolis Colts.
Patriots.
Patriots.
There's just some new quarterbacks. They have a quarterback controversy.
But it's not a Does it seem weird though? Okay, can we? Okay. Does it seem weird that Belichick was like, "Yeah, this was the plan all along"? If Mac Jones played bad, because
not really, because
he told the broadcast at halftime, yeah, if Bailey Zappi and Mac are going to split time in the second half here.
Mm-hmm.
Did Mac play at all in the second half?
No, he didn't.
So
well, again, Mac is coming back from a high ankle sprain. So they were trying to see what his mobility looked like, and he was running the ball actually a decent amount. But his passes were a little off. So like, you know what? We'll take him out. We'll put in Bailey. Give you another week to recover. And then we come back next week, we play the Jets, we blow them out. Mac Jones is back as the starting quarterback. Problem solved. Don't. Russell Wilson, stop it.
Week 8.
Stop it.
You don't even have a quarterback controversy. You just don't have a quarterback. But at least we have 2 quarterbacks.
No lie.
Okay, so we're gonna see. I'm curious to see
It's
what
from
the,
a guy whose quarterback is Jared Goff.
Why I don't. Okay,
The nerve.
we're not doing this.
No,
All right,
can't.
the Patriots. The Jets are at home against the Patriots.
Yes.
And
home.
the Patriots are 2.5-point favorites.
Yeah. Because the Jets are hot garbage, except for Sauce Gardner.
Sauce. And he's a defensive holding penalty just waiting to happen.
Raff, why do you get so you're so personal about
Sauce?
Sauce?
You wanted Sauce, didn't you?
He's very
He wanted Sauce.
he's very what you'd say handsy.
Yeah. But he's not getting called a lot.
I know.
It's not a penalty if you don't get flagged.
Exactly. He knows how to do it so it doesn't get flagged.
Those referees
That's a skill.
those referees after the game probably wanted his autograph too, I'm guessing.
Oh, we didn't even get to talk about that.
I think you guys should go to break. And then
Go to
about it. Yeah.
break, and you want to talk about it? with us,
I
Rico?
will come back.
Okay,
and-
cool.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and hit the break. Raff?
All right, we'll throw it to break. This is the drive on 93.7 The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
They might win, they might lose. But either way, you have something to say about it. Don't miss the Husker After Party postgame show immediately following every Nebraska football game. Nick Sainert and Jake Bachhoven give instant reaction, quotes from the players and coaches, and take all your phone calls with thoughts on the game. It's the Husker After Party postgame show, only on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Sponsored by Action Plumbing and Heating, Gary Michaels Quilliers, and Brent Excavating.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Tractor Supply is looking for full-time team members for their Waverly Distribution Center. Tractor Supply has a new progressive pay model where team members receive 5 wage increases in the first 2 years of employment with the ability to earn up to $24 per hour. Applicants can expect a 3- and 4-day work week schedule with additional overtime days with both day and night shift schedules available. At Tractor Supply, they work hard, have fun, and make money. Apply today at tractorsupply.jobs.
People first is more than a nice sentiment. At American Senior Benefits, it's the mission. If you're ready for a career where you can truly put your customers' needs ahead of everything else, this is for you. American Senior Benefits is one of the leading senior market insurance product distributors in the country, and they're looking for high-energy applicants with strong communication skills. Enjoy on-the-job training, a fun work environment, and unlimited income potential. Visit asbmidwest.com to learn more. American Senior Benefits.
Adoption of teens from foster care is a topic not enough people know about, and we're here to change that. I'm April Dinwiddie, host of the new podcast, Navigating Adoption, presented by Adopt US Kids. Each episode brings you compelling real-life adoption stories told by the families that live them with commentary from experts. Visit adoptuskids.org/podcast or subscribe to Navigating Adoption, presented by Adopt US Kids. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Administration for Children and Families and the Ad Council.
Hey, buying a used vehicle sucks, and the biggest problem is who can you trust? Hey, this is Carl from Price Right Auto out here at West O Street in Lincoln. Here's what customers have told us they want from us. They want transparent pricing with no games. We have all of our pricing on our website, plus a Carfax report. We don't want to buy a lemon. We include a 3-month warranty on all of our vehicles. We don't want to play games. Just make it simple. You saw that with non-commissioned salespeople. can you trust us? Just check out our Google reviews. Again, this is Carl from Price Right Auto in West O. Check us out at PriceRightAuto.com.
Wow. Did you ever save me money on my car?
Yes, that's why our customers keep coming back.
How do you do it, friendly car dealer ?
We simply have low overhead and high trade-in values. The next line's yours.
Oh.
Ready for something better? Mullen Motors is a no-hassle, no-pressure dealership with financing available. Check out the inventory at MikeMullenMotors.com.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Serve Nebraska believes that volunteers are part of what makes Nebraska great. Each year, the Step Forward Awards honors volunteers from across the state who serve their communities in outstanding ways. We hope you'll join us this year at the Step Forward Awards luncheon on October 27th in Omaha. Help us thank volunteers with a celebration to remember. To register, visit serve.nebraska.gov and click Register Now. We hope to see you there. Paid for by Serve Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hey, it's Sean Callahan, and football season is here, and there is one place that has all the games, plus great food and beer specials. Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Whether it's Thursday night football, college football Saturdays, NFL Sundays, or Monday night football, there's a great view of the game from any seat with different food and drink specials every night. Try the Blue Ribbon Reuben Sandwich or the Prime Rib French Dip or any of their famous chicken wings. That's Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill.
People always ask, what are Jake and Sip like when they're off the air? Well, the answer probably won't surprise you.
Hey, Jake, your Honda's looking a little dirty.
Says the guy whose license plate is barely visible.
I mean, do you even care about that thing anymore?
It gets a little uncomfortable. Now, that's when I jump in.
Hey, whoa. Mark, did you get a new car?
Nope, just took my car down to Nebraska Auto Detail. Joe and the staff made the outside and the inside look amazing. Maybe you guys need to go.
Okay, wise guy.
Settle down, Jake.
Book your appointment today at NebraskaAutoDetail.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and things are cooking here in Louisville. We are really hitting on all cylinders right now, and deals are off the charts. We've got a lot more new 2022 and 2023 Chevrolet and GMC inventory than we've had in a long time. So make sure you check us out online, or do even better, stop on in the store and let us show you one in person. Our pre-owned lot is plumb full, so take that short money-saving drive down 144th Street, or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Sunny skies and near seasonal conditions as temperatures rise up to 61 this afternoon. Winds out of the north-northwest at around 15. Mainly clear tonight, a little cool with a low 34. Tomorrow, increasing cloud cover late with a high once again of around 61. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Get a lot of advice about self-care these days, but one of the most important self-care steps we can take is making sure we're financially secure later in life. For small steps you can take to save for retirement, visit WeSaySaveIt.org. A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hello. Good morning. Let's go. Hello. Good morning. Hello. Good morning. Know you've been waiting. Tim for it. 'Cause I seen you watching. So let's go. Let's get it poppin'.
All right, everybody, we're back again. It's The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket. Over the break, I asked Rico for an autograph, but he said he would not give me one.
Big timed him. Sorry about it.
I don't understand it.
Also, my signature is just disgusting, so you don't want that.
It's because Rico hasn't had any practice.
He's right.
What?
I haven't needed to.
All those years up at UNK,
I know.
all those
very
little kids.
Very strange. You would think that every little
Mr.
kid in
Rico,
Kearney
sign my autograph.
would want a Rico autograph,
Rico.
but nope.
You went by Enrique at UNK, right?
I went by Rico.
Really?
Yeah. That's where Rico started. Honestly,
I figured Rico started at the radio station.
No, Rico started at UNK because I was in Kearney, and Enrique is very hard to say for some people.
Enrique Iglesias.
Great singer. Underrated. People forget about Enrique Iglesias.
Underrated or properly rated?
No, underrated. Enrique
rated.
Iglesias.
I think he's properly rated. I think he's just fine.
You
where
don't
he's
give
at.
Enrique Iglesias enough credit.
I think he's just fine where he's at.
Well,
you would also not give somebody who you get called every other day enough credit.
that's true.
Enrique Iglesias. Yep.
It's funny
That's
that
me.
It's funny that that's the Enrique people think about.
I know, not me.
What other famous Enriques are there?
Well, I don't know. None.
Text line.
There's got to be like a website for
Sutter
this.
Heyman text line.
Other famous
402
Enriquez.
4645685. Text in. Are there any famous Enriques?
But it's
out
also
there?
funny because like when you tell somebody your name, you would expect them to be able to say it back. So, they're like, "Oh, what's your name?" I say Enrique. You're not looking at the spelling, you're not looking at it. I just say Enrique and they go, "Oh, Henrique." And I'm like, that's not what I said. That's not even close to what I said.
Craig, no.
Yikes, there are just no Enriques.
Wow.
I know. I'm here. I'm here.
That is awkward.
I'm here. How's that awkward?
6859. Rico's autograph equals toilet paper.
That's rude.
That must not be a UNK fan right there.
No, apparently not.
Does not know the true legend.
I'm in the top 10 in at least 4 different events for UNK track and field.
Yeah.
So
that autograph's worth a lot
that.
more than that.
So
So like Rico, like I think it was Rico Suave. Is there any other Ricos?
Rico Suave.
Ooh, Enrique Kiki Hernandez. Bam.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, so Enrique Hernandez.
Kike Hernandez.
Ooh, yeah.
Kike Hernandez.
Yeah.
Puerto Rican baseball player, born in 1991.
Maddie's dad.
That's what my family calls me.
Ricky Martin's real name is Enrique Martin Morales.
Yeah, but he goes by Ricky. That's dumb.
Yeah.
There it is. Puerto Rican singer, songwriter, actor, author, record producer, and humanitarian. Ricky.
I guess I'm the 3rd most famous Puerto Rican Enrique.
There was one up here.
Sorry about it.
There was one up here. Enrique of Rico. So Wikipedia has like all the old.
Oh, love it.
Old people
like the Spaniards.
Enrique of Malacca.
Oh yeah.
There's got to be like an old
lived
Major
10
League
years.
Baseball player. Enrique.
No, just Kike Hernandez.
He lived 10 years. There's a Puerto Rican volleyball player, Enrique Escalante.
Ooh.
Enrique de la Fuente.
Ooh.
Was a Spanish volleyball player.
Oh, there's got to be a cigar named.
Apparently, I was supposed to play volleyball or baseball.
Yeah.
I did neither.
Or be a cigar maker.
No, that's the Cubans.
Oh, there we go. Yes, Enrique Wilson, former infielder for the Cleveland Indians. I thought there was.
There we go.
I can't find him. Enrique Santa Marina.
Santa Marina.
He was a politician. Lived from 1870 to 1937.
Good for him.
So, okay. All right. Let's get back on track.
All right.
There we go.
So-
Autographs.
So
Number
anyway,
3.
I'm famous.
Yeah. So not
Number
toilet
3.
paper.
Yeah, number 3.
So not toilet paper. All right. So Mike Evans the other day was walking off the field, and one of the officials that was officiating his game said, "Hey, Mike, can I get your autograph right here on this?" He like flips the paper over. A couple referees stop and help out the old other referee, like find a spot on his card to get a Mike Evans
Grabbed a
signature.
pen from the one guy.
And now it's being reviewed and under investigation by the NFL
Yeah.
because
that
you are
is
not supposed to ask
not
for
supposed to happen.
autographs. And this happened in a tunnel.
No officials or media members are able to get autographs / memorabilia or whatever.
Yeah.
Now, is
And-
this just an NFL rule or like Major League Baseball, for instance?
Mhm.
Those guys, 162 games a summer. So some of these umpires and these players are, spending time with each other.
Yeah.
20, 30 games a summer, and they tend to build relationships. Because I wonder if it's the same way in Major League Baseball.
Well, I'm sure if it wasn't done out in the open like that and recorded, then
good.
I'm sure that they have the rule,
Yeah.
but I don't really think, unless it's like, a game worn jersey that's signed that, you gave to the ref, or because you want to avoid preferential treatment from a referee to a player. Like, oh, you're my favorite player. Like, okay, well, you can't do that. This is my favorite team, which is why, if you're, a lot of people that are born in like the same state as some college teams, they're not allowed to ref those events or whatever. So, or if they graduate
Because
from
I
that
know
university.
it's way outside of the statute of limitations now. So I'll speak a little bit on like Major League Baseball, for instance.
Okay.
So growing up, my friend's dad was an American League umpire. And let's just say there were no shortage of autographed baseballs and autographed memorabilia that was being, gifted back to his son, So I know that they have baseball Major League umpires back in that day, which is outside the statute of limitations.
Yep.
We're probably 30 years ago now, if not longer.
Mhm.
But I know that he would get, a ton of autographs. But so with the NFL, being that was just seen in public, I guess that's where
I'm
I
sure
think
it's the
public,
the
yeah.
publicity of it, and also the fact that he asked for it. I don't know the whole situation with your friend's dad, but maybe those players were just like, hey, I really appreciate what you did, whether it's, not because it's favorable cause or anything, just, they're, out there in the hot sun wearing all that gear, working and doing all that. And they're just like, hey, thanks, give this to your kid.
Yeah. And then even with Mike Evans, I know it was an autograph and it was bad, but then you have to think about all the other stuff that possibly could have been going on there. Like maybe the referee has no ties, or it's not even a family member that wanted the autograph. Maybe he has a charity.
Maybe.
And he had a charity coming up this week, and he just wanted to get a Mike Evans autograph just to get that to put into the charity.
I was gonna say, I wonder if there's ways that you can clear it by the NFL.
I'm sure with the charity thing, you could ask the NFL, like, I have this charity, I would like to get a Mike Evans, blah, blah, blah. Or, you just tell Mike Evans when you're not in referee
go
mode.
about it a better way. Yeah. I think that's the optics of it is what.
And it was also bad
because I'm sure referees also have favorite teams and they'll go to like events and get signatures, but they won't be in their referee garb. You won't even know that they're referees.
I think it was also bad because it looked like it was just a normal piece of paper.
Yeah.
Something that he just had.
Like he just had it in his pocket. Like it looked like the back of a piece of paper that he kept notes on.
Yeah,
like
all
happened
those
in the game
that they always write on. Yeah.
So I don't know. Like that's what maybe that's where he was like,
and especially that it happened just after a game. Like you got to think, and then people are going back to the game and seeing like instances where there was one where Mike Evans like stiff armed a corner during a route, and they're like, oh, that's why this wasn't called. So it's just like that where you got to be careful with things like that, and that ref might be in some serious trouble. I think the whole refereeing crew is going to get in trouble because they come as a group, don't they?
Yeah,
they come as a group, but I wonder if, and like the second referee just like let it happen. Like he was standing right next to Mike and the other referee, and they were just like, just let it happen.
No bueno.
So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see.
Craig 5-7. Did the autograph say Mike drop the ball, Diva Evans?
Maybe.
Oh, he was so wide open.
He was open a lot.
That was
he could have caught it the second time too.
That was the furthest a receiver had been open all year, past 30 yards. It was like 10.9 yards.
Goodness gracious.
In the clear.
He
and I had him on
tossed it back in the air. Like if he would have kept running, he probably could have caught that the second time and still scored. Or if he would have dove, he could have like rolled and got up and scored. But how do you drop that?
Oh man. And I had him on one of my fantasy football teams too. And I was just like, 60 yards and a touchdown. That would have been so nice to start the day.
That would have been nice.
How's fantasy going for you, gentlemen?
Not great.
I'm 0-7.
Oh, I'm not that bad.
Ow.
I think I just got back to 500 in one league where I have Joe Burrow, and in my other league I was going against Joe Burrow.
So the reason I'm 0-7,
I lost that one.
Here's what's wild is I'm 0-7. Get this, but preseason I was projected to be the best team in the league. I was projected to finish number 1.
Same.
Matt Stafford, bad. Alvin Kamara not playing very very well. Cam Akers barely playing well. Amon-Ra St. Brown injured. TJ Hawkinson sucks. Buccaneers defense sucks.
Not great, Bob.
A team that was projected to finish first in the postseason. Now it's like a 12-team league, so that's why it's a little thinner. But I'm 0-7.
Nice.
Because I am not like I can't control it. So I've stopped paying attention to it. I've gotten to that point now in that league where I don't even set my lineup anymore.
Dang.
And I think we're doing a punishment where you have to sit in a Denny's for 24 hours.
Dang.
So you have to sit in a Denny's for 24 hours.
Maybe you can come back.
And then every single pancake you eat takes an hour off your time.
So I lied. I didn't get back to 500. I got to 3-4 in one, and I'm 2-4 in the other.
Okay.
I'm 6-1 in one and 3-4 in the other.
Wow, good for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So I just
and the one that I'm 6-1, I did start Brett Rippon on Sunday because I didn't have any quarterbacks and my 2 were out. So I had to really, I think he got me 7 glorious points. You ripped it up.
Oh yeah. So okay, here's this. So this was my point totals last week. Mac Jones, 0.92 points, because I had to play Mac Jones because Matt Stafford was on bye. Najee, 11 points. Alvin Kamara, 16. Deebo Samuel, 9. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 1. TJ Hawkinson, 7. Chris Olave, 16. Buccaneers defense, 1. And Daniel Carlson, 10. My kicker had the second most points on my team this week.
Nice.
Because Mac Jones sucks, Rico.
Don't look at me. I don't know why you started Mac Jones. You
Rico, I forgot to ask you, Rico, what time do you leave today, or
for what?
For what? Tomorrow night, Madison, Wisconsin.
Yeah, I'm not going to Madison.
What?
I wish I was.
The number one.
I wish I was going to Madison.
The number one team in the nation is.
You think I don't want to go to Madison?
It's a quick drive.
Would you want to go to Madison?
I would.
It is quick
for this volleyball match. Yes.
For this match, yeah.
Yes.
100%. Yeah,
1 versus 5.
Yeah, it's gonna be insane.
I would love to.
Have you ever been to a game in Madison?
I have not. I've never been to another volleyball arena. Well, I went to Omaha.
I'll tell you what.
But they played in a basketball arena.
I went to a volleyball game at Madison, and I could not believe. If you've ever been to a volleyball game in Madison, it is something else. It's like in their old field house, and when you walk up to like the second level, the the stands. They're like the old school ones. So if you spill your drink, it goes all down below to the people sitting underneath you.
Like Memorial Stadium.
Yes.
That's right.
Before but they filled in Memorial Stadium, haven't they? Or is
no.
Not some of them.
No. So I went to the Georgia Southern game, and when we were walking in, some Georgia Southern fans were walking in with us. Somebody above us spilled a drink, and it just starts pouring like right above the concession stand too. So people are in line, and it's hitting the little cover and just splattering out onto everybody in line.
Yes.
Oh,
and people are like, "Are there toilets up there?" And I go, "No, that's just somebody's pop."
Those are the good days.
No, so just you're gonna be sticky.
Yeah, it's better. It's way better than toilet water, but it's still bad.
Pre-toilet water. Toilet water is sometimes clean.
Yeah.
It can be clean.
So
I've got to ask
Shout out
anybody
to
out
Memorial.
there, what happened at Memorial Stadium to you? Were you ever blasted by Pepsi or just? Oh yeah, I see those.
It landed like right in front of me once. Like I was walking with my daughter, and it just swoosh, and she was like, "Oh, what was that?" And I was like, "Don't worry about it, baby." And I was like, "Just go to the bathroom."
Because I thought
happens all the time.
I thought they filled all of them in, but I guess in the North and the South Stadium, they probably are still have the gaps there. Man,
they should probably fill those in.
Those are the good moments. Yeah, but Wisconsin, it gets super loud in there. It reminded me a lot of the old Coliseum a little bit, but theirs was actually more rickety than the old Coliseum. The old Coliseum. So it's quite an environment.
Yeah, no, I would love to go to Madison. I am not going to Madison.
I just thought for sure you'd be going. I was like 6-hour drive.
I've not gone to any away volleyball matches. I watch on TV.
There may be a lot of texting going on. I get my updates from you. You're my my volleyball connoisseur.
Well, I'll do my best.
All right, we're going to send it to break right now. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you tired of lousy internet and faceless customer service? It's time to experience local, honest, hassle-free, and exceptional. That's the Allo Promise. We not only provide crazy fast fiber internet, crystal clear TV, and dependable phone service, but we choose to become a part of the communities that we serve and love when everyone calls or stops by our store to say hello. So don't settle for mediocre, settle for exceptional with Allo. Visit us at allofiber.com/local.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
Wow. Did you ever save me money on my car?
Yes, that's why our customers keep coming back.
How do you do it, friendly car dealer ?
We simply have low overhead and high trade-in values. The next line's yours.
Oh.
Ready for something better? Mullen Motors is a no-hassle, no-pressure dealership with financing available. Check out the inventory at MikeMullenMotors.com.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and things are cooking here in Louisville. We are really hitting on all cylinders right now, and deals are off the charts. We've got a lot more new 2022 and 2023 Chevrolet and GMC inventory than we've had in a long time. So make sure you check us out online, or do even better, stop on in the store and let us show you one in person. Our pre-owned lot is plumb full, so take that short money-saving drive down 144th Street, or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did.
If you need to sell equipment and trucks, Ritchie Brothers' new Lincoln Satellite Yard lets you free up space at your property and get local access to all Ritchie Brothers auctions. Drop your equipment off and sell it online at any Ritchie Brothers auction, Iron Planet, or via Marketplace E. The yard is at 8801 US 6 Lincoln. It's secure and makes for easy in-person buyer inspections and pickup. Take advantage of this yard to sell at Ritchie Brothers Great Plains Regional Auction, September 15th and 16th. For details, visit rbauction.com/Lincoln.
You had to know that when Wingstop set out to make a crispy, juicy chicken sandwich, they wouldn't make it in just one flavor. They'd make it in all 12, like lemon pepper, mango habanero, hickory smoked barbecue, and OG hot. So why have one new favorite chicken sandwich when you can have 12? Try the new sauced and tossed Wingstop chicken sandwich today for only $5.49 at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Valid for a limited time and available at participating Wingstop locations only while supplies last. Price subject to applicable taxes and fees.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
James Enterprise Incorporated, that company that hauls your gravel, rocks, and material for your farm or construction site, says thank you to the people of the healthcare community for putting yourself in the way of danger to save the public. That is what it means to be a hero and to build a beautiful legacy. This message brought to you by James Enterprise Incorporated. For all your hauling of rock, gravel, and materials, call them at 402-432-6740. That's 402-432-6740.
What happens when students come to school every day on time and ready to learn? They improve academically, become more responsible, manage their time well, and learn the value of education. Whether your child is starting preschool or preparing to graduate, family support and a great attitude towards education is important. Help your child come to school every day ready to learn. Make this the best school year yet.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association in this station.
People always ask, what are Jake and Sip like when they're off the air? Well, the answer probably won't surprise you.
Hey, Jake, your Honda's looking a little dirty.
Says the guy whose license plate is barely visible.
I mean, do you even care about that thing anymore?
It gets a little uncomfortable. Now, that's when I jump in.
Hey, whoa. Mark, did you get a new car?
Nope, just took my car down to Nebraska Auto Detail. Joe and the staff made the outside and the inside look amazing. Maybe you guys need to go.
Okay, wise guy.
Settle down, Jake.
Book your appointment today at NebraskaAutoDetail.com. Get an immediate look back at the game from the people who know it best. It's the Tanner's post-game show and the final word live from Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Hear from former players and national champions like Jay Foreman, Rashawn Jackson, and Aaron Davis and see what they saw in that day's game. It's the Tanner's post-game show and the final word. Live and in person, home or away at Tanner's Bar and Grill. Brought to you by Bauer Infrastructure. Only here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
These days, there are more reasons than ever to treat yourself to a great haircut at Great Clips with the online check-in app. So tell us, why do you check in?
I check in because I'm tired of hat hair. I check in because we all need a cut.
I check in so I can feel like me.
And I check in so I look good for you.
No matter why you check in, you'll check out with a great haircut and save time with our online check-in app. Great Clips. It's going to be great.
I grew up hearing that women are bad with money. But like many of you, I spent years paying bills, managing checking accounts, and taking care of my family. So turns out women are pretty good with money after all. And now I'm taking control of my financial future by saving for retirement. It's never too late to start, and there's a great website to help you. Check out WeSaySaveIt.org and jumpstart your retirement savings on your budget and your timeline. That's WeSaySaveIt.org. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. Welcome into the drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. It's The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket with AD and Raff. We're proudly sponsored by Sandhills Global. Sandhills Global is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Career and internship opportunities are available at the global headquarters in Lincoln. So apply today at sandhills.jobs. Bam.
Just like that.
Favorite part of the morning right there.
You're gonna get it memorized here pretty soon. Okay, Raff, let's talk Nebraska, Illinois, because Nick Henrich not listed on the depth chart.
Saw that.
So Nebraska is going to be without their senior linebacker, who's just kind of went through a really crappy year in terms of injuries. First breaking his hand, now this. We'll probably get official word on what the extent of it is today with Mickey Joseph. Excuse me, but how much concern do you have now on this defense? They fill in Chris Kolarvik, who has had kind of a decent amount of experience, but it's not Nick Henrich, and Luke Reimer is still recovering. We'll find out. We'll get a lot of answers today from Mickey Joseph. It'll be the first time in about a week and a half, since the post game of Purdue, that we've been able to hear from Mickey Joseph. We'll hear from him today at about 11:30 or so. But how much concern do you have now for this defense, where you have to fill in a Tava Maga Clements, you have to plug in Chris Kolarvik and Ernest Hausman? How much does your concern for this defense drop when, oh gosh, we have the FBS leading rusher Chase Brown coming to town on Saturday?
I think it's definitely concerning, but I know with Mickey, it's an opportunity, and hopefully that these guys will step up to that opportunity. In a way, I kind of actually, with Kolarvik, I kind of like it a little bit, just because he's been a pretty steady tackler for the most part this season, and going up against Illinois, knowing that that they really like to run the ball. So I'm hoping, like, even against Purdue, we were there to make tackles. It was just we were having problems bringing them down. So hopefully, a week of rest, it's gonna put a little bit more balance. I would think there'll be more balance in the steps of these guys, as there will be for Illinois also. But I just think that if Nebraska's just, the key to this game is they've just got to try and get them off schedule. Like, when they have a chance to make a tackle, to make it 2nd and 9, make that tackle, not let them have another 3 or 4 yards, because 2nd and 4, 2nd and 5, it makes your offense so much more unpredictable because so
It
much
opens up the playbook.
at your hands. Yeah. So
Well, and Tommy DeVito has made. I mean, he's been able this season to kind of just sit back there, and throw the ball. Like he's been given a lot of time, I should say, because when he does throw the ball, when he's asked to throw the ball, I should say,
Yeah.
it's a lot of times on play action, and Illinois will use their tight ends, and they will figure out a way to just kind of pick you apart. They have a playmaker on the outside in Isaiah Williams, who is extremely quick, extremely fast. I kind of compared him yesterday to a Xavier Betts style, where they'll put him in motion. They'll try to. He's a former quarterback that was strictly a dual threat guy that they like to use. They used him on the ground, I should say, even at the quarterback position. So they have no problem putting him in there in the Wildcat and running Isaiah Williams with Chase Brown in the backfield and things like that. We talk about rushing. And Illinois' offense, their rushing offense ranks, where's that? 26th in the country. They're averaging 4.59 yards per carry, but they run it 45 times a game as a team.
Yep.
And the listeners obviously know this, but what that does to your defense slowly but surely wears them down.
Yeah.
And when Nebraska's already thin at defense, that you can kind of talk about complementary football then as we continue this conversation. Talk about complementary football and saying Nebraska needs to figure out a way to chew up some of the clock on offense.
Yeah, definitely. It just all goes back. I want Nebraska to be the aggressor on defense. I think that is the one of the ways where I think you could really put it where you could slow down Illinois. Like a lot of run blitzes, just for the fact that being that we are low on numbers at linebacker, try to cause the chaos. The more chaos, I think that's the way I would attack it. If I was going into this game, I'd be like, cause the chaos, be disruptive. Defensive linemen, not so much. I know we've had a lot of reacting in the past years. Try to get in the backfield, get them off schedule. But I know we're low on linebackers, but on another hand, I just look at it that this is an opportunity for someone to step up. It's got to think someone's got to step up.
Well, 100%. I agree with you there. Now here's the thing. We saw it against Purdue, where Nebraska did at times get Purdue off schedule for 2 downs, and they would force a 3rd and 14, a 3rd and 16,
and then their quarterback would thread the needle.
They would rush. Nebraska would choose to rush 3, and that's totally fine. Rushing 3 is okay.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. You drop 8 in coverage. Yeah. But you still allow a 15, 16, 17-yard pass.
You can't do that.
You can't do that. If you're going to rush 3 and basically give up any idea of a pass rush, that's okay. Just force an incompletion. Tip a pass, give up 6 yards, 7 yards on a pass completion. There is no way that, not including yards after catch, some guys should be able to find an empty hole in the zone for 17 yards downfield. There's just no excuse for that. So if you're like, that's where we need to see progress from this defense, specifically for Nebraska, is on Saturday. If they're lucky enough, or if they make enough plays, I shouldn't say lucky, because I think there's potential here. If they make enough plays and get Chase Brown down behind the line or initial tackle, make it 3rd and 9, 3rd and long,
the game changes.
Number one, the game changes. You're asking Tommy DeVito to do a lot of more than he's used to. And number 3, if you can decide whether you want to rush 3 or whether you want to rush 4, Illinois on the perimeter does not have as many playmakers as Purdue does. They don't have guys that can necessarily beat you on the perimeter like Purdue did. And that's what's good looking forward about these teams that Nebraska has on their schedule. We're not going into this one going, well, they can both run the ball really well and they can pass the ball really well. I mean, if you think about it, outside of Michigan, obviously, Purdue could do both. Now, statistically, Purdue couldn't run the ball very well, and they were quick to give up on it.
Yeah.
But if it's working, they're going to stick with it, and we saw that last Saturday.
True that.
Now, looking ahead, Illinois, we know what they want to do, run the ball. Wisconsin, same thing. Minnesota, Tanner Morgan's out. they want to run the ball with Mohamed Ibrahim. Iowa, same situation. So it helps you, I suppose, game plan a little bit better, but you got to make initial tackles. You got to, if you have an opportunity to get a guy like Chase Brown, who's the FBS leading rusher with 1,059 rushing yards on the season. If you have an opportunity to take him down in the backfield, you got to get him down, or at least get him stumbling
and hang on. Hang on.
I agree.
Gang tackle, hang on for someone to get there. You know, like sometimes we miss tackles. We're going up there and we're trying, like, not wrapping up. You see that a lot where it's just there's no wrapping up going on, and then they're bouncing off and they're taking it for another 4 or 5 yards downfield. If you have a chance, get a hold of a jersey, hang on, you know, let your other guys, you know, swarm the ball. And it goes back to, even with like our offensive line, we always talk about attitude. The same way as on defense. It's like, you got to have that attitude. You've got to be the baddest guys out there. And that's, if we're going to be, you know, where we want to go, where, you know, Mickey wants this team to go, where our fans want this team to go, sooner or later, you're just going to have that attitude that, hey, we are going to make this happen. It can't be sitting back. When you're hoping to stop the run, I tell you where hopes get you. They don't go that far. But if you come with that attitude to stop the run, I like those chances a lot better. So
now Chase Brown has played Nebraska a couple times in the past. In 2020, Chase Brown sort of ripped Nebraska apart. Had 26 carries for 110 yards and 2 touchdowns. Also had 12 yards receiving in the COVID year against Illinois. That was the disappointing Illinois game that Nebraska lost 41-23. Yeah. Then last season in the opening game, Nebraska did a very good job against Chase Brown. They held him to 5 carries for 24 yards and no touchdowns, no receptions, and his longest rush was 15 yards. So if you take that out, he had 4 carries for 9 yards outside of that 15-yard run. And then he really broke open in week 4 of the season last year. 26 carries for 257 yards and 2 touchdowns. Had multiple games. Let's see, 6 games last year after week 4's 257-yard performance, and where he rushed for over 100 yards in a game. Then this season, he is yet to be held under 100 yards rushing in a single game.
It kind of reminds that I mean, I know it's different season, different everything, but it reminds me a lot of Kenneth Walker from Michigan State last year.
Which, if you remember, Raff, Nebraska held Kenneth Walker in check.
Yep.
Like they held him
and
check.
And everyone was saying how there was no way Nebraska's defense would be able to hold him in check.
Exactly. So
and that's why I revert back to like this year. Yeah, I know we got injuries and our linebackers were a little thin at linebacker, but it's the same. It kind of reminds me of the same scenario. It's like everybody's like, "Oh, well, you're not going to be able to stop Chase Brown. This guy, he's All-American, All Big Ten."
Mm-hmm.
So you got to take it as a challenge. Take it as a challenge.
I want to try to figure out. I want to find his Kenneth Walker, because that was really something last year when I'm rushing to find his statistics. So 2021, it would have been Kenneth Walker, and because he keeps sending me to he had a good game on Sunday too. Holy cow. No, Kenneth Walker's figuring it out. There it is. Not National Football League. We want NCAA football, and we want Michigan State. Man, there's a lot of little nicks and crannies that you have to go in here. Okay, so last year, Kenneth Walker had 263 carries on the season for 1,636 yards, 18 rushing touchdowns. And then against Nebraska, because this was a game where Nebraska didn't allow a single first down in the second half.
They put the clamps on him.
Yeah, it was very impressive. Let's see. Okay. Goodness. I have to go to Huskers.com because they're the only ones with statistics on this thing. Full box score. Okay. There it is. Okay, so here we go. Kenneth Walker, 19 carries for 61 yards.
Yep.
And his longest rush, so I'll remember this. That was an average of 3.2 yards per carry.
Correct.
And in overtime,
he had the long run.
He had the 23-yard run, and that was his long of the game. So if you take that one out, you're holding him to, I see 20, 40, 38 yards.
2 yards
18 carries for 38 yards.
Yep.
Which was something that was unheard of across the entire country.
And everybody said, there's no way Nebraska's defense would be able to do something like that.
Yeah. No, it's
so you got to have that same attitude coming into Saturday night. No one can stop Chase Brown. No one,
Yeah.
All right. Take it as a challenge.
Yeah, it's something interesting. Let's when we come back, Raff, let's go ahead and kind of talk about, let's switch sides of the ball, talking Nebraska's offense.
The offense.
Illinois' defense is not necessarily it's not necessarily the easiest thing to get through. So
all right, we're gonna throw it to break right now. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Hey, buying a used vehicle sucks, and the biggest problem is who can you trust? Hey, this is Carl from Price Right Auto out here at West O Street in Lincoln. Here's what customers have told us they want from us. They want transparent pricing with no games. We have all of our pricing on our website, plus a Carfax report. We don't want to buy a lemon. We include a 3-month warranty on all of our vehicles. We don't want to play games. Just make it simple. You saw that with non-commissioned salespeople. Can you trust us? Just check out our Google reviews. Again, this is Carl from Price Right Auto in West O. Check us out at pricerightauto.com.
People always ask, what are Jake and Sip like when they're off the air? Well, the answer probably won't surprise you.
Hey, Jake, your Honda's looking a little dirty.
Says the guy whose license plate is barely visible.
I mean, do you even care about that thing anymore?
It gets a little uncomfortable. Now, that's when I jump in.
Hey, whoa. Mark, did you get a new car?
Nope, just took my car down to Nebraska Auto Detail. Joe and the staff made the outside and the inside look amazing. Maybe you guys need to go.
Okay, wise guy.
Settle down, Jake.
Book your appointment today at nebraskaautodetail.com.
You had to know that when Wingstop set out to make a crispy, juicy chicken sandwich, they wouldn't make it in just one flavor. They'd make it in all 12, like lemon pepper, mango habanero, hickory smoked barbecue, and OG hot. So why have one new favorite chicken sandwich when you can have 12? Try the new sauced and tossed Wingstop chicken sandwich today for only $5.49 at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Valid for a limited time and available at participating Wingstop locations only while supplies last. Price subject to applicable taxes and fees.
You want to join a team of industry leaders, a team where you can learn and grow, a team that treats you right. Well, don't hesitate to look at all the great career opportunities at Acres Equipment, the largest John Deere dealer network in Nebraska. We offer industry-leading wages, state-of-the-art benefits, and a great culture that focuses on both our customers and our employees. Find your next career opportunity at acres.com/careers.
If you need to sell equipment and trucks, Ritchie Brothers' new Lincoln Satellite Yard lets you free up space at your property and get local access to all Ritchie Brothers auctions. Drop your equipment off and sell it online at any Ritchie Brothers auction, Iron Planet, or via Marketplace E. The yard is at 8801 US 6 Lincoln. It's secure and makes for easy in-person buyer inspections and pickup. Take advantage of this yard to sell at Ritchie Brothers' Great Plains Regional Auction, September 15th and 16th. For details, visit rbauction.com/Lincoln.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great. We're definitely coming back in the future.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
What happens when students come to school every day on time and ready to learn? They improve academically, become more responsible, manage their time well, and learn the value of education. Whether your child is starting preschool or preparing to graduate, family support and a great attitude towards education is important. Help your child come to school every day ready to learn. Make this the best school year yet.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
These days, there are more reasons than ever to treat yourself to a great haircut at Great Clips with the online check-in app. So tell us, why do you check in?
I check in because I'm tired of hat hair. I check in because we all need a cut.
I check in so I can feel like me.
And I check in so I look good for you.
No matter why you check in, you'll check out with a great haircut and save time with our online check-in app. Great Clips. It's going to be great.
Join us on Friday from 4 to 6 at Bourbon Street as we get you ready for Saturday's game against Illinois. Old School Jay Foreman and DP goes from 4 to 6 p.m. Stop by for some of the best drinks and Cajun food in town at Bourbon Street at 8th and Q.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
I grew up hearing that women are bad with money. But like many of you, I spent years paying bills, managing checking accounts, and taking care of my family. So turns out women are pretty good with money after all. And now I'm taking control of my financial future by saving for retirement. It's never too late to start, and there's a great website to help you. Check out WeSaySaveIt.org and jumpstart your retirement savings on your budget and your timeline. That's WeSaySaveIt.org. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Hopcat exists at the intersection of great beer and delicious food, complemented by music, art, community, and comfort. Home to a best-in-class beer experience served by craft beer experts, guests can expect a casual, inviting local gathering place with some of the best damn burgers and fries you'll find in Lincoln. There is no better place to watch any Nebraska game other than the 50-yard line at Memorial Stadium. Hopcat is located at 6th and P in the Haymarket. To plan your next trip to Hopcat, visit www.hopcat.com.
We stand on the shoulders of women who came before us.
Women who fought for their own financial futures.
And now it's our turn.
Join us. Visit WeSaySaveIt.org and take control of your financial future by saving for retirement.
A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is that ice cold Michelle fight for that white gold. This one for them hood girls, them good girls, straight masterpieces. Styling, wildin', living it up in the city. Got Chuck's on with Saint Laurent. Gotta kiss myself, I'm so pretty. I'm too hot.
All right, everybody, we're back again. It's The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket with AD and Raff. AD's out today, but he shall, I believe, return tomorrow.
Yes.
But now we move on to talk about the scoring explosion, the Nebraska offense.
I will ask you this, Raff. I asked this to Rico yesterday, and we want to hear your guys' thoughts. 402-464-5685, the Honda Lincoln hotline, the Starter Heyman text line. When Nebraska can't run the ball or chooses not to run the ball, how much does the value of Anthony Grant diminish?
It depends. I would say it does diminish some. However, a pass catcher out of the backfield, I think that would be something. He's shown that he has that ability to make catches out of the backfield.
That's right.
So I think you can still, he still has value. That's for sure. The one thing that I have not watched a lot of this year that I probably need to be a little bit more is how does he pass protect? Have you seen any of that? Or
I haven't paid attention, honestly.
Yeah, that's one thing I've not really heard the coaches talk about much is his pass pro. Here's
one guy that we did know, or according to the coaches in the early stages of the season, somebody they said pass protected really well was Ramir.
We saw him. He had a carry.
We did see Ramir.
He had a carry.
So okay, going into this game here, Illinois' total defense. Do you know where it ranks, Raff?
I'm gonna say 12th.
Number 1.
Oh man,
number 1 in the country. Illinois' total defense. They allow 3.7 yards per play.
They haven't played Nebraska yet.
Thank you. Yeah, that's right. They allowed 3.7 yards per play and 220 yards per game per team. Just to put that into perspective, Ohio State is number 2 in the country.
Yeah, they're
and
260, 280.
They're allowing 245 yards per game. Now, so that difference in averages, I mean, you're looking at 20 yards per game, which is quite a bit when you're looking in the grand scheme of things. Ohio State averages 4.2 or allows 4.2 yards per play compared to Illinois, like I said, average 3.7.
Yeah, that's
which is a pretty big jump. Nebraska, looking forward, Nebraska will have to face Illinois number 1 in total defense, Michigan number 5 in total defense, Iowa number 6 in total defense, Minnesota number 12th in total defense, and Wisconsin 33rd in total defense. That's their 5 remaining games.
Nice. I like it.
We
like the challenge.
Like the challenge, embrace the challenge, look at it as an opportunity, right? But Nebraska's going to have to be on top of their game. They're going to have to figure out a way to establish a run, even if it's not working. I personally believe, Raff, a lot of it falls on the defense to, obviously get a couple stops in a game. Nebraska, shouldn't get into a shootout with these teams.
Yeah.
But that could happen. It could be Purdue again.
Yeah.
Maybe not to as many points because these teams are a lot more run heavy. Not shootout, but if Nebraska scores, for example, if Nebraska scores, I don't know, 35 points against these teams left on their schedule outside of Michigan,
I feel good about it.
You feel good about it. And that's what they did against Purdue. 37 points in a Big Ten West football game should be plenty to win the game.
Yeah.
And it turns out the defense needed to have just one stop. Because, and that's kind of the feeling going forward, is if Nebraska can score 30 plus in a game, you feel pretty good about your opportunities. You just got to get a stop on defense. One stop in the first half, one stop in the second half, because it becomes a thing of are you asking your offense to do everything in the game when you're asking them to score every single drive, and your offensive line can't get enough protection on Casey, so you have to chuck it down deep to Trey Palmer every single time and see if it works. I mean,
it goes back to you've got offenses got to stay on schedule. Like for instance, you've got Trey Palmer. So you think you're going into the game, you think Trey Palmer, he's probably going to have 3 or 4 explosive play opportunities. So if he's got 3 or 4, maybe he makes 2 of those. Well, you've got to make sure if he does make one of those plays that it's not brought back because of holding.
Exactly.
And that's stuff that really hampers the offense, any offense, because you have that explosive play and then you look back and think, oh, holding, they bring it back. Next thing you know, instead of being 40 yards downfield, you're sitting there at 1st and 20 or 2nd and 20, and then you're behind schedule. Well, we've seen this year Nebraska behind schedule is not a good mix. You don't have, the Patrick Mahomes of the world or even the Justin Fields of the world that is going to find a way somehow to get that 15, 20 yards. So,
well, and so here's another thing. I mean, just to add to it, rushing defense, Illinois is 2nd in the country.
Yeah.
They've only allowed 3 rushing touchdowns all season long. They allow 77 yards rushing per game, and per attempt, they allow 2.7 yards per carry.
Yeah.
So,
and I know that they're really staunch against the run, but I like that we had a bye week to get some freshness. To me, it looked like Anthony Grant a little bit was starting. I don't say he was completely wore out, but it just didn't look like he had that same bounce that he had to start the season, which is totally understandable because he's had to break so many tackles. I mean, he has a lot of those 2-3 yard runs that are pretty incredible that he was even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. So hopefully you get a fresh Anthony Grant, and then you go back. You've got like Ramir Johnson, for instance. Maybe we see a little bit more of him, pass catching out of the backfield, maybe a little running. Yeah. And then you've got Yant, who you've got defenses that are Well, heck, look at our defense. I mean, we're injured. We're beaten up a little bit. Well, you've got Yan who's fresh, because I think he probably doesn't even have 10 carries yet this year.
So I was just going to say that. So some of these have added up quicker than I thought. Anthony Grant, we've always wanted a guy to carry the workload, right? More than everybody else, and give the staff credit, I suppose, for doing that with Anthony Grant. They went out, they got a guy that's capable of carrying the rock 30 times a game, and they're able to do so. Anthony Grant this season, 144 carries for 682 yards, 6 touchdowns as well, averaging 4.7 yards per carry. Now, there was a time a couple games ago that heading into a game, he was averaging 120 yards per game. So it's a pretty good sample size so far that we've seen Anthony Grant's been able to carry the rock to a certain extent. A.J. Allen, who was injured, is still second on the team in carries. He's done for the year. He has 33. So yeah, that's a big jump from there, from step one to from option 1 to option 2. 144 compared to 33. That's a workhorse, right? Then you go farther down, and you look at these last couple weeks that A.J. Allen's been injured, and Nebraska's had to go down the depth chart even farther. Jaquez Yant is next with 17 carries.
I'll say that's over 10.
17 carries for 60 yards. 2 rushing touchdowns as well. Gabe Ervin is next in line, 15 carries for 82 yards. Then it's Trey Palmer with 4, Trey Palmer with 4, Logan Smothers with 2, Alante Brown and Ramir Johnson with 1. That's who's carried the ball. So I will say, like, in terms of Nebraska finding a workhorse back, they've done so. They've found a guy. Now it's just you need your offensive line to play average, slightly average, and you can get something going on the ground, which will in turn open up Trey Palmer and other guys. Because you look at Nebraska's receiving yards, Trey Palmer, 781 yards receiving, has, obviously the lead in the FBS in receiving yards on 47 catches. Marcus Washington is next on 21 catches for 296 yards. So, go ahead.
Oh no, just that running game. The running game is key.
Even
if it's not, even if we can, grind out 3.5 yards a carry, that'll just to keep them honest on defense. Because if they're not giving up anything on the run, no matter how fast Trey Palmer is, it'll be a problem for us because we won't be able to get over the top. But then I'm hoping too that the coaches down there are saying, hey, we know Trey is a huge weapon for you, Casey, but remember that you've got the Marcus Washingtons and the Travis Vokaleks. You've got those other receivers that if they're devoting extra coverage to Trey, you're going to have some open receivers underneath. And I would look for probably, Washington to have a big game just because of the fact that you got to believe they're going to be devoting a lot of players over to Trey's side of the field.
Yeah, no, I agree. I was just looking up. So Nebraska has lost a total of 191 yards in sacks. That translates to 28 yards per game. Just in sacks and yards lost throughout the 7 games. Which is that's a lot of yards. That's a lot, unfortunately, for Nebraska. I mean, we can just go to, I don't know.
And I'd like to see maybe Casey, get out of the pocket and run a little bit more of this game.
Yeah.
Like when we had Steve Taylor on, was that last week, a week and a half ago, where he said that the coaches would every once in a while from the CFL would just sort of tap his legs and go, hey, remember, you got these. So because I know that it's been rough with the offensive line this year, but there have been a couple plays where Casey probably maybe more than a couple where Casey probably could have stepped up in the pocket and been maybe a little bit more elusive back there and not afraid to take off. I understand you want to throw the ball. However, if you have a chance to pick up 5 or 6 yards on a scramble, take that, and go on to your next play. It's just staying on schedule. We just, the 2nd and 15s and the 2nd and 20s, that just makes it so hard on this offense.
So Casey Thompson's been sacked 19 times. for, like I said, 191 yards lost, which is good for 27 yards per game or 28 yards per game. Tommy DeVito has been sacked 11 times and has lost 70 yards. So Illinois is losing 10 yards per game in sacks compared to 28 for Nebraska. So that just the numbers do not lie. The numbers do not lie. And here's what's even wilder in terms of QBR, in terms of quarterback rating as well, Casey Thompson rates better than Tommy DeVito.
Yeah.
And that's with, let's see, Casey has 209 pass attempts. Tommy DeVito has 176.
Yeah. And I'm excited. I'm excited for Casey this ball game too, is having a couple weeks off to rest.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume there'll be a little bit more snapping the ball, him throwing the ball, which that's much needed. It just felt like he was just taking such a beating that it was just wearing him down, and you could see it on the velocity of his passes. So hopefully that'll pick back up. And
I wouldn't be surprised if we get to hear from Casey today. I don't know. I don't know if that's for sure, but a lot of times on Tuesdays we'll be able to hear from Casey Thompson. So.
All right, you heard it here first.
Yeah, exactly. Tell your friends.
We're gonna indulge a break right now on The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket.
If you need to sell equipment and trucks, Ritchie Brothers' new Lincoln Satellite Yard lets you free up space at your property and get local access to all Ritchie Brothers auctions. Drop your equipment off and sell it online at any Ritchie Brothers auction, Iron Planet, or via Marketplace E. The yard is at 8801 US 6 Lincoln. It's secure and makes for easy in-person buyer inspections and pickup. Take advantage of this yard to sell at Ritchie Brothers' Great Plains Regional Auction, September 15th and 16th. For details, visit rbauction.com/Lincoln. Hopcat exists at the intersection of great beer and delicious food, complemented by music, art, community, and comfort. Home to a best-in-class beer experience served by craft beer experts, guests can expect a casual, inviting local gathering place with some of the best damn burgers and fries you'll find in Lincoln. There is no better place to watch any Nebraska game other than the 50-yard line at Memorial Stadium. Hopcat is located at 6th and P in the Haymarket. To plan your next trip to Hopcat, visit www.hopcat.com.
Life-changing research doesn't just take place in outer space. It's also happening right here in Nebraska, and you could play a key role. Solarion, one of the world's leading clinical research organizations, needs healthy adults who are 19 years old and older for a research opportunity. If you qualify, you can earn up to $500 a day for time and travel. Overnight stays may be required. To learn more, call Solarion at 866-213-2965 or visit helpresearch.com/500.
James Enterprise Incorporated, that company that hauls your gravel, rocks, and material for your farm or construction site, says thank you to the people of the healthcare community for putting yourself in the way of danger to save the public. That is what it means to be a hero and to build a beautiful legacy. This message brought to you by James Enterprise Incorporated. For all your hauling of rock, gravel, and materials, call them at 402-432-6740. That's 402-432-6740.
Join us on Friday from 4 to 6 at Bourbon Street as we get you ready for Saturday's game against Illinois. Old School Jay Foreman and DP goes from 4 to 6 p.m. Stop by for some of the best drinks and Cajun food in town at Bourbon Street at 8th and Q. Halloween is getting closer and closer. Have you been hearing some scurrying in the house when you've been watching scary movies? Don't freak yourself out any longer. From October 17th to October 31st, Bats to Rats is offering free bat and mice inspections in Lincoln and the nearby surrounding areas. If you're outside that region, they're still offering 50% off to come out to you. Don't miss out on this offer. For free bat and mice inspections through Halloween, call Bats to Rats today at 402-310-0904.
You want to join a team of industry leaders, a team where you can learn and grow, a team that treats you right. Well, don't hesitate to look at all the great career opportunities at Acres Equipment, the largest John Deere dealer network in Nebraska. We offer industry-leading wages, state-of-the-art benefits, and a great culture that focuses on both our customers and our employees. Find your next career opportunity at acres.com/careers.
Vershawn Jackson for Brant Excavating. Brant's been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, trucking, mass grading, and site prep, Brant is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brant Excavating at 402-474-4113 or go to BrantExcavating.com. They're also hiring, so join the team today. Brant Excavating, a part of the Bauer brand, who reminds you, go big Brant.
The weather in Nebraska is unpredictable every day, and that's no fun when you're trying to golf. Double Eagle Golf in West Lincoln is now open to let you play in perfect indoor conditions daily. Double Eagle Golf has 5 simulator bays to hit in, by far the most in Lincoln, and has a fully stocked bar with beers and cocktails for you to enjoy while you play. Double Eagle Golf is open each weekday from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., so you can start the day there, take a client over lunch, or end the night with friends. Check out Double Eagle Golf today inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Chris Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. It's The Drive. It's Illini week. Got to win this game. Now, if we win, we're tied for first again? Is that?
I think it depends what happens to Purdue this weekend.
Purdue.
Oh, well, no, Purdue lost.
Yeah.
So I would assume that Nebraska would be tied for first.
I got to keep my eyes on this because Big Ten championship games in Indianapolis, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Lucas Oil.
Lucas Oil. Peyton Manning's stadium that he built and then decided to move to Denver.
Monty Ball's favorite place to play.
Yeah.
Monty Ball, James White.
The memories.
Who was their third running back? Because there was 3.
Was it Melvin Gordon that year? Or? I feel like it was Melvin Gordon.
Was Melvin Gordon like the backup?
Yeah,
that year?
think he was like a freshman. Yeah, because Melvin Gordon was a freshman. Russell Wilson's senior year.
What year was that? 2012? No, 20.
Time flies when you're having fun.
I don't think so.
Okay, so Mark said Purdue has a bye, so a win is a 3-way tie.
Okay, perfect. That's
still top of the leaderboard to me. Oh yeah, second due to the tiebreaker. Big Bird, man, I'll tell you what, dude, you're raining on my parade to go to Indianapolis and.
Was that 2012 already?
Yeah, I think so. Because
it was 2012.
Yeah,
that's bad.
Memories.
That was a long 10 years.
10 years. What was the score of that game?
70-31.
Was that that was the championship or the
that was the Big Ten championship because Nebraska beat Wisconsin earlier in the year.
that was where Taylor had the
Martinez
long run.
Had the super long run. And here's the thing: it was Kurt Phillips. Kurt Phillips was the starting quarterback. He was the third string.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were out of quarterbacks they were just straight up out of quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And Kurt Phillips wore number 10, and he got Peyton Manning's locker before the game. We found out that Wisconsin got Peyton Manning, or Wisconsin got the home locker room, and Kurt Phillips, their quarterback, got Peyton Manning's locker, and he was like his favorite player of all time was Peyton Manning.
Living the dream right there.
And so rushing stats in that game. Oh gosh. Yikes.
It was bad.
This is really bad. Wisconsin rushing. Melvin Gordon led them all with 9 carries for 216 yards and a touchdown. Averaged 24 yards per carry.
Yep, I think it was where Kenny Bell made that block.
That's right.
Chase
Monty Ball was second with 21 carries for 202 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns. James White was third with 15 carries for 109 yards and 4 touchdowns.
We shut him down.
No, we shut down Kurt Phillips, who had 2 carries for 3 yards.
I don't know. 15 for 109 sounds pretty good after the first 2 were 200 yards.
I would agree. passing, Jared Abbrederis. Don't forget Jared Abbrederis.
Jared Abbrederis.
Jared Abbrederis. So Kurt Phillips, the Wisconsin quarterback, only threw the ball 8 times this game.
Yeah.
He was 6 of 8 for 71 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Jared Abbrederis was 1 of 1 through the air for 27 yards. James White was 1 of 1 through the air for 3 yards and a touchdown pass.
Nice.
Jared Abbrederis led Wisconsin receiving with 2 catches and 29 yards.
Oh man, that I remember. I will remember that day because it's all coming back to me now. Actually, I never really forgot it, but that was my sister had got married in Houston, but they came back to Lincoln and did like a little reception type party.
Okay.
And that was the day. And a lot of the people that were on my sister's husband's side of the family are big Wisconsin fans. And I remember Wisconsin, I think, jumped out to like a 7-0 lead.
Yep.
But then that's when Taylor took off on that long run. Yeah. And it was like, we're back. And then, oh my goodness, it was a barrage of running.
So Wisconsin's rushing as a team, 50 carries for 539 rushing yards and 8 rushing touchdowns.
Wow.
That is pitiful.
Yeah,
that was bad. That was bad.
And then what's crazy is it was Melvin Gordon that broke the NCAA rushing record.
The following year.
What?
No, in 2014 he did.
And he went 427 or 4 something.
Do you remember here's a trivia question.
Uh-oh.
Actually, we could answer this on the other side.
All right.
Who led Nebraska in receiving that game?
Which one?
In the Big Ten championship game in 2012.
Ooh.
He had 5 catches for 63 yards.
All right. We'll send it to break. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends. That's the greatest compliment we can receive. If you've been in an accident, we'll get you back in your vehicle as quickly as possible. Our technicians care about you and your family and repair your vehicle to factory standards. We handle your claim from start to finish and provide a free loaner car. Stop by for a free estimate. Eustace Body Shop, just south of 88th and Highway 2.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning. Now in our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
People first is more than a nice sentiment. At American Senior Benefits, it's the mission. If you're ready for a career where you can truly put your customers' needs ahead of everything else, this is for you. American Senior Benefits is one of the leading senior market insurance product distributors in the country, and they're looking for high-energy applicants with strong communication skills. Enjoy on-the-job training, a fun work environment, and unlimited income potential. Visit asbmidwest.com to learn more. American Senior Benefits.
Vershawn Jackson for Brant Excavating. Brant's been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, trucking, mass grading, and site prep, Brant is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brant Excavating at 402-474-4113 or go to brantexcavating.com. They're also hiring, so join the team today. Brant Excavating, a part of the Bauer brand, who reminds you, go big Brant.
Yo, it's the captain, Vershawn Jackson. Join me this Wednesday at Wingstop at 28th and Superior for Husker Sports Talk and, most importantly, wings. That's Wednesday at Wingstop at 28th and Superior, the official sponsor of the captain. Order wings ahead at wingstop.com. See you there.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
This show's pretty rockin', huh?
Yeah, I'm so glad my State Farm agent helped me go.
Huh?
My State Farm agent. They help me with options to personalize my auto insurance to get a great rate that fits my budget, so I don't have to give up the things I love.
Wow. Hey, so do you think I could get your State Farm agent's number?
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krekak, at 402-474-1173.
Individual premiums and budgets will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
This is Jay Stoll with American Senior Benefits. Tune in to our show, The American Senior Benefits Family Hour, Sunday mornings at 7 a.m. We'll help you navigate the tricky world of insurance options for seniors and others in need, as well as talk about how you can get involved. We'll see you this Sunday morning at 7 a.m.
Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealership, is searching for mechanics of all skill levels to grow with us. Landmark offers a competitive wage, full benefits package, along with paid time off within just 60 days of employment, as well as a 401k and a boot and clothing allowance. Interested in becoming a part of the Landmark difference? Apply now at landmarkimp.com/careers or contact Deanna 402-310-7561 or email careers@landmarkimp.com. That's landmarkimp.com. Landmark Implement is the equal opportunity employer.
At Venue Catering and Events, we offer two of the most historic ballrooms in Lincoln. The Jasmine Room, located in the historic Grand Manse in the heart of downtown, featuring a beautiful built-in antique bar, spacious patio, and soaring skylit ceilings. The Scottish Rite Ballroom, located just 2 blocks from the state's capital, boasts intricate hand-carved columns, rich dark wood floors, and lavish chandeliers. The perfect venues to host your wedding, corporate event, or much more. For availability and more information, call us at 402-603-6483.
This is Dan Friedman. Between 2010 and 2019, distracted driving caused more than 40,000 car crashes in Nebraska, resulting in over 14,000 severe injuries and deaths. Please keep your eyes on the road. If you have a smartphone, put it away while you're behind the wheel. It will help keep our community safe and secure. This message is brought to you by Friedman Law Offices, helping injured people. It's what we do. It's all we do. Find us at friedmanlaw.com today.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Chris Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All righty, everybody. We're back again. It's The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. Thunder South Collins. You were correct. 5 catches for 63 yards. Jamal Turner, number 10.
I always tell the story whenever we talk Jamal Turner, we have like 2 minutes left in the show. Whenever we talk Jamal Turner, I always have to bring up his freshman year in the spring game. Well, I thought he was going to be a great receiver. There's 2 things I remember from Jamal Turner. Number 1, he did a front flip into the end zone on a touchdown celebration.
Yep.
When he was running it, ends up getting flagged for excessive celebration or unsportsmanlike conduct, whatever it would have been.
Yeah.
In the spring game. And then with 10 seconds left on the road at Michigan State, he caught an out pattern from Taylor Martinez to take the lead.
And then kind of went up into the crowd a little bit when he came to a stop there.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That was the day my sister got married in Houston.
Really?
So Jamal Turner.
There's always Jamal Turner happening whenever you
is linked to my life right there.
Exactly.
Thanks,
So Thunder South Collins asks, do I get a chicken sandwich now? We are not Vershawn, so no. We do not make those claims like Vershawn does, unfortunately.
But great answer, though.
But yeah, great job participating. Nice job. No Vershawn today. There is no Vershawn today, correct, Rico?
Uh-oh.
No Vershawn? No Vershawn. So it'll be Bach and Terrell Farley and a little bit of Rico as well.
The black shirt.
Yeah, the black shirt will be in here. I saw him storming and roaming throughout the halls as well. But so they'll kind of take over the reins today once again. I think Vershawn's planning to be back tomorrow here.
He's got to get back. It's game week.
It's also Wingstop tomorrow.
Oh, he'll be back.
So that's a big one. But like I said, so Mickey Joseph talks at 11:30 today.
Nice.
John Cook, Amy Williams, they talk.
Number one team in the country.
Yes. So those two coaches talk prior. So I mean, I guess I'll be there at 10:30. So if you guys want to check out the Twitter,
when do they serve the Valentinos?
It's usually ready to go by the time we get there.
I like the way you roll, brother.
They might transition from breakfast pizza to actual like lunch pizza.
Ooh.
I'm not sure though yet. So we'll find out.
Maybe a little of both.
I don't know. Sometimes it's a good day if there's cherry crisp as well. So we'll find out what's going on there. As long as got to have a salad a little bit.
Heck yeah.
No, so we'll do that. But Mickey Joseph, all that. We'll have all those bites for you guys in the afternoon shows coming up a little bit.
Perfect. All right, everyone. Have yourself a great day, and we will talk to you guys tomorrow. This has been The Drive.
College football in Lincoln, America